Welcome back to Lariat TV News. Before you leave for Thanksgiving, we're bringing you this special Thursday newscast. I'm Caitlin Sides.
And I'm Marissa Moniz. To kick off the celebration, Baylor continued one of its richest traditions Wednesday night.
Before students head home for Thanksgiving break, Student Foundation held its annual All-University Thanksgiving. LTVN's Marissa Moniz brings you the story.
Wednesday night, students, families, and the Waco community came together for All-University Thanksgiving. The Student Foundation started preparing for this event in August, hoping that it would touch the hearts of many students. Junior Julie Rodriguez said this event was the first time she ever felt at home and hopes as a STUFU member others can feel the same.
Such a beautiful memory from my freshman year. It was really one of the first times I really felt at home at Baylor, and so this is just such an important event, especially for freshmen. A lot of them feel like this event is the first time they really feel at home, and so it's just such a great event to build community and not only bring Baylor together, but the whole Waco community as well.
Since there are some students that are unable to go home, STUFU aims to bring a sense of belonging for everyone.
Like being an international student, it can sometimes be tough being away from home, but I feel like this type of events and Thanksgiving, it just makes me feel like we're a part of a big community and a big family here at Baylor.
This iconic tradition has become a staple during the holiday season.
Having that core Baylor memory, as this event has been here for about 9 years, it's built up a lot, and I just hear so many great stories from it, so I just hope people felt thankful for this moment that they have with each other and for their Baylor community.
There were tons of activities for students to do, from pie eating contests to a live petting zoo. Student Foundation pulled out all the stops for All-University Thanksgiving. For Lariat TV News, I'm Marissa Moniz. One Baylor tradition is going nationwide. LTVN's Gracie Savage has the inside scoop.
Dr. Pepper Hour is an event unique to Baylor, but they wanted to bring it to prospective students around the country to give them a taste of the Baylor experience.
We want to stand out in the sea of sameness, and the Dr. Pepper Hour Tour is a great vehicle to showcase Baylor in a different way.
Jason Cook, the Vice President of Marketing and Communications here at Baylor, said that when he came in 2016, he fell in love with the Dr. Pepper Hour tradition. He started thinking about ways that they can expand this tradition and do it in a bigger way. And from that, Dr. Pepper Hour on the Road was born.
It was just one of these things that we wanted to do. We thought it would be a great recruiting tool for prospective students.
The Dr. Pepper Hour Tour has made it to many different locations across the United States, including all over Texas, Colorado, and even Tennessee. This spring, they are planning to take it through California and all the way up to the Pacific Northwest, and what will be their biggest expansion yet.
We're doing our best to take the tour out to as many states as possible.
When the Dr. Pepper Hour Tour visits a high school, the students, faculty, and staff beg for the truck to return. Cook says it's like a field trip, but the students don't have to leave the school. They get to come outside and talk to admissions counselors about Baylor while waiting for their float.
There's not another university across the country that's doing anything similar to the Dr. Pepper Hour Tour.
The goal of this is to connect prospective students and current students and alumni. It's one of the many things that makes this university so special, and Baylor wants all prospective students to experience it. For Lariat TV News, I'm Gracie Savage.
The intramural flag football championships were Tuesday night with the final two teams meeting in McLean Stadium. But admission for the game was not your average ticket. LTVN's Claire Goodyear shows you how this event helped give back to families in Central Texas.
What started out as a fundraising project for graduate student Hannah Holden's class was brought to life on Champ Night. Instead of tickets, students just had to bring a canned good for entry.
I was tasked with coming up with an idea to host a fundraiser here, and Champ Night was the perfect opportunity to just kind of loop that into what we do here and the amount of students that we get to participate in this night.
And their efforts are not isolated. Partnered with another Baylor group, they gain more donations for the Food for Families organization.
We partner with the Campus Rec front desk staff as well, so they're collecting food this week, and then we'll collect food tonight, and then in a couple days we'll donate it all to Food for Families, and they'll distribute it to families all over Central Texas.
Champ Night is the intramural flag football championship, one of the biggest games for Greek Life and other organizations.
I think it's a really smart idea that they're doing this, because I know a lot of students that are coming to this game to support their friends and like fellow fraternity and sorority members. So I think they're going to be able to get a bunch of food and stuff stored up to give back to the community.
And Baylor students have the perfect opportunity to help out.
I know like a lot of Baylor students don't have to worry about like food or what they'll be eating on this time of year, and so I think it's a great way for them to give back to the community and to help support people who maybe this is something that they do have to think about when this like time of year comes around.
Food insecurity can be especially challenging during the holidays for many. The food drive is an attempt to change that one can at a time.
I think it's really important, especially around this time, one, to just be thankful for what we do have, but also realizing that some people don't have everything that we do. And so with this event, we thought there are a lot of students that get to come out and cheer on their teams. So why don't we just also encourage them to give back to Texas as a whole, so that other people can also be thankful to have food on their tables during Thanksgiving.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Claire Goodyear.
For the third year in a row, Baylor was listed in the U.S. News & World Report's top 30 universities for undergraduate teaching and research. Baylor came in at number 26 for undergraduate teaching and number 23 for research. Baylor was listed along Ivy League schools in both categories. It is the only school in Texas and the only Christian university to rank in the top 30 for both. Dr. Livingstone says it's a combination of non-negotiable pillars that make Baylor the university it is.
To come worship.
We want to be better academically. We want to continue to be more distinctive as a Christian institution. We want to provide more research opportunities for students. And of course, we want to have great athletics that bring everybody together and are lots of fun to be a part of. And I think if we can do all of those things, we will become even more attractive to students to come into Baylor, both the undergraduate and undergraduate.
Robbins College of Health and Human Sciences felt led by the Spirit to host their first of many worship and prayer events. On Monday, they hosted the event at the Herd for all Baylor students to come worship, pray, and hear a message. The Dean of the Robbins College, Jason Carter, said that this event was inspired by the Collegiate Day of Prayer that Baylor hosted last year. We talked with a student volunteer on what it means to him.
Being able to see my friends, especially my professors, really overwhelms me in the best way possible.
The Robbins College plans to continue hosting prayer and worship events in the future. Coming up, student businesses set up shop in the Sub.
And if you're staying over break, find out where you can eat next.
I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. This is how I wanna live. Forever we'll be singing like, oh, I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. This is how I wanna live. This is how I wanna live. Forever we'll be singing like, oh, I'll never get used to this.
With Thanksgiving right around the corner, many Baylor students are heading home, but some are sticking around. Baylor Eats said campus dining will have reduced hours during Thanksgiving week. All of the dining halls will be closed over break. However, on-campus spots like Chick-fil-A, Asian Taco, Common Grounds, Moody's Starbucks, and Varsity Coffee at the Herd will be open Monday and Tuesday at different times of the day. The Penland Market will be open every day until 9 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and it opens at different times throughout the week. The full schedule can be found online at dineoncampus.com.
To wrap up International Education Week, Baylor Barat took the spotlight. Maya Duloc has the story.
On Saturday night, the Indian Student Association hosted Baylor Barat, giving students the chance to learn about South Asian cultures. The event mirrored numerous traditions by serving food popular in South Asian cultures and teaching students diverse dances.
Saudi is basically a celebration that loosely follows the traditions of an Indian wedding, but mostly we focus on this thing called Sangeet, which is singing and dancing and food and just celebrating the people around us.
Aside from the food and dances, they sold jewelry and accessories popular in Indian culture. The Indian Student Association strives to teach others on campus about their traditions.
Express our extravagant traditions to people that are not very familiar. A lot of people don't get a chance to go to these weddings and seeing how things operate with the dances and with the food. So we thought it would be a great opportunity to express it through Baylor's point of view.
Leaders of the organization believe the best way to teach others about their culture is to experience it firsthand.
Also that they learn more about the Indian culture, our music, our traditions, and just everything that makes us who we are.
Despite the small population of students in the organization, they are grateful for the opportunity to influence their mission around campus.
Obviously, there isn't that large of a community of us on campus, and so being able to express it for everyone to see is our mission and our goal.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Maya Dulac.
Last month, the marketplace at the Sub opened its door for Baylor students to sell merchandise and jumpstart their businesses. Irma Pena has the details.
If you have a dream or if you have a business idea, just go ahead and start it. It is up to you. It is your life. Don't let anybody else bring you down. And if you try your very best, you will achieve it.
Alan Corluck is one of the students who recently opened his own business in the marketplace. This new shop by Common Grounds features 6 student businesses who were selected by 5 Baylor departments who partnered with this project.
I think it's a good opportunity for people who are just starting their brands for sure, because you can start on a much smaller scale than committing to your own storefront.
Just like Farmer and Corluck, other students have opened their shops, selling everything from hats to candles. The idea sprouted about 2 years ago, and after teaming up with the Office of Innovation and Economic Development and the Apparel Design Program, the marketplace opened this fall.
And we sort of set up meetings of how we could make this really a student-led opportunity. And yeah, now we're here. It's a really great experience. Really grateful for it.
The marketplace is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. For Lariat TV News, I'm Irma Pena.
On Friday night, Chi Omega and Alpha Tau Omega hosted a chili cook-off and bed racing event to raise money for Make-A-Wish. Members of the sorority and fraternity made their own recipes of chili that were available for everyone to taste. Later in the evening, contestants competed in bed racing, a game where teams work together to push a bed with one person on it into an inflatable obstacle course. We caught up with the president of Chi Omega, who said she was excited to bring the Baylor and Waco community together for this event.
The purpose of this event is to raise money for our philanthropy, which is Make-A-Wish, and ATO's philanthropy, which is Coho. And so we want to bring the greater Baylor and Waco community together in order to make our goals happen.
In sports, volleyball dominates Texas Tech and Waco.
And football looks to make it 5 straight wins in Houston. Keep it here.
Wednesday night, volleyball had its penultimate regular season home game, and Claire Marie Scott was courtside to give you the rundown.
Number 17 volleyball earned their 15th home victory Wednesday night as they swept Texas Tech. Set 1 was a back-and-forth battle, but the Bears were eventually able to win the set 29-27. Sets 2 and 3 were easier wins for Baylor. Even though Baylor swept the Red Raiders, Tech led the Bears in attacks, kills, and digs.
You know, we really, our last 10 matches or whatever, you know, wanted to win out and keep stacking wins together. So we win-loss, like, I don't care. Like, we want to win. That's what we're here to do, but we want to be playing our best volleyball as we head into December.
Elise McGee has led the team in kills for 10 matches in a row. She had 17 kills versus Tech. Her teammates acknowledge the strength she brings.
Yeah, it's really easy to trust her. But when there is a little bit of misconnection, I mean, we're on each other really easily, and we uplift each other really well, so the trust is there, and it's fun setting her.
Baylor tallied 9 blocks, 5 of them from Victoria Davis. Elise McGee credits a good mindset with having success on defense.
Yeah, I think just the coaches, like, being honest and reminding us to do our best and, like, make great block moves, as well as just, like, the mentality. We always talk about, like, what are you saying as you're going to block? Like, you need to have the mentality over, honestly, the skill. And so I feel like up at the front, we were having a really good mentality.
Bears will be in the Farrell on Saturday for senior night in the last home game of the regular season. For Lariat TV News, I'm Claire Marie Scott.
Riding a 4-game win streak for the first time since 2021, Baylor hit the road to take on Houston on Saturday. Last week, the Bears secured bowl eligibility with a 49-35 win over West Virginia. Redshirt junior quarterback Sir Robertson threw for 329 yards and 3 touchdowns, while redshirt freshman running back Bryson Washington tallied 4 touchdowns in Baylor's first ever win in Morgantown. Houston is 4-6 overall and 3-4 in conference play, and last year, Houston pulled off a 25-24 win in Waco.
Houston team, I want to say defensively particularly, their front is probably the best that we've played or that we're going to play. You just look at the individual playmakers there and how life is made difficult, whether you're trying to run it or throw it. And so that jumps off the screen when you watch it.
The kickoff is set for 6 p.m. on FS1. This week, Baylor is hosting the NCAA Singles and Doubles Tennis Championships, and the Bears competed in 3 events. On Tuesday, Devin Badenhorst and Oscar Broström Paulson participated in the men's singles event. Paulson lost 2 sets to 1, but Badenhorst swept his opponent in advance before falling the second round on Wednesday. Doubles competition began on Wednesday, and 2 Baylor duos fell in the first round. Badenhorst-Veltz for the men and Tiglia-Kostenko for the women. The duo of Marko Milutinovic and Oscar Broström Paulson won the first set 7-5, while the second set 7-6. In the tiebreak set, the Bears found themselves down 8-3, but scored 7 straight points to secure the win. At the time of recording, Marko and Oscar have not played their second round match. Back by a strong defensive performance, then number 17 Baylor women's basketball defeated Texas A&M Corpus Christi 65-42 on Sunday. Senior center Aaronette Vonleh surpassed 1,000 career points, but the Bears struggled offensively, shooting 22 of 66 overall and 11 of 30 from 3. Junior forward Bella Fauntleroy and senior guard Yaya Felder led the way with 12 points each. The Bears forced 21 turnovers on defense and limited the Islanders to 30% from the field. Fauntleroy had a career-high 5 blocks.
So we did an excellent job, I thought, of guarding all their Princeton elbow action. Really good job. Made them hard to catch the ball in the high post. Made them uncomfortable when they would catch it in the high post. Didn't make a lot of mistakes on their split action.
The 3-1 Bears are looking to continue their win streak in the battle for the Bahamas this weekend. This Saturday, Baylor takes on Southern Mississippi in the first round of the tournament. Through 4 games, Bears are shooting 44% from the field and are averaging 82 points. The Golden Eagles are sitting at 2-2 and are shooting at a 42% clip. Southern Miss has won their 2 straight before falling to Southeastern 68-61.
We're all excited to just get a change of scenery and to just keep playing new teams, but I think it's just a good opportunity for us to compete in a good tournament and also just get to explore another beautiful place.
Game 1 is on Saturday at 12:30, and the 3-game slate runs through Monday. Women's basketball returns to Waco on November 29th to take on New Orleans. But that's all for sports this week. Remember, stick with us throughout the break to get the latest on Baylor athletics. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Braden. That's all for this week's newscast. Be sure to keep up to date while you're gone by following all Baylor Lariat socials.
We hope to see you the Friday after Thanksgiving break for our regularly scheduled newscast. Until then, happy Thanksgiving, safe travels, and as always, Sic 'em Bears.